Hi! Alright, so today is the second week in sequels month, so very excited to review The Magician King by Lev Grossman. So this is the sequel to The Magician by Lev Grossman, which I reviewed about a month ago, I would say. So if you haven't seen that review, you should watch that first. I will put something here, little clip or link or something, and watch it. And now, watch this. Okay, so the characters. So there are a lot of characters in this book, but only two that really matter to the plot, and those are Quentin and Julia. So I'll start with Quentin. Quentin, I did not like in the first book, and I do not like in the second book. He's still really annoying. He didn't learn anything in the last book to make him more likable, and he continues to make the same mistakes now. The same things he did in the first one, he does now. Like, oh, I'm bored with my life, I gotta do something different. Oh, do this thing and make a whole bunch of problems for everybody. And he's really whiny. He's never happy. He's king of this magical made-up place he always loved, and he's still not happy. Like, then you're never gonna be happy, sorry. I think that towards the end of this book, unlike the last one, he did start to have a little bit of growth and started to learn a few things. I think that I have hope for him in the third one, because at the very end he seems like he kind of gets it now. So I'm happy about that. But I also thought, like, it was kind of unfair, the ending, what happened to him, because he got, like, kicked out of Fillory. Like, why? That doesn't seem fair. He was actually doing what was right. That kind of annoyed me. I don't really understand why that had to be. Probably so there could be a third book. And then Julia. Julia was, like, a very, very minor character in the last one. She was not there much at all. She was, like, the girl who got left behind, basically, when Quentin went to Breakbills. And so I thought that her story was really interesting, and in fact I would have enjoyed a whole book just about her story and not had all this other stuff intertwined. That would have been just fine with me. Definitely my favorite parts of the book were the parts that Julia was the narrator, or that was about her in any way. Like the ending part in like the underworld or whatever with her. That was really cool. The ending, her ending was really cool. Basically anything involving Julie was way more interesting than anything involving Quentin. And I was glad that in the end she got her happy ending and she got to, you know, be with that goddess. So the story was good. It wasn't great, but it was fine. I liked it fine. There was a lot of interesting stuff, but maybe just not quite as interesting as the last one, and maybe a little unnecessary. I'm not really sure that this had to have been a series. But I thought the theme of like quests was really fun. You know, he went on the one quest at the beginning, and then that brought him to Earth, and that brought him to finishing the quest he started at the beginning. That was cool. That was fun. And then the writing styles, okay. Nothing special, just writing. I didn't think there was anything that great. He did do a good job with world building, especially in the last one. And this one was good too, but a lot of the worlds were already kind of there, and he didn't add a whole lot. There was no new lore he really added. We learned a little bit more about hedge witches, but that's so much like our own life, just with a little bit extra. I just didn't feel like he made it really that special, at least compared to Breakbills in the last one, and Antarctica. I would give this book 3 stars. There's not even that much to talk about, honestly. I've only been filming for like 5 minutes, and I've already talked about everything I want to talk about with this book, so that says something about it. But it is good enough that I'm going to continue reading the series. There's, I think, only 1 book left, so I'm going to read that one. We'll see, but yeah, I mean, it's worth 1 read, but I wouldn't buy it if I were you. Next week, I'll be continuing sequel month, and I will be reviewing Where She Went, the sequel to If I Stay by Gail Forman. So I'm looking forward to that, and I will see you guys then. Bye. Hi, I have my camera back. It's kind of funny, actually. I went home, was looking everywhere for the charger, and I couldn't find it, so I was like, okay, fine, I guess I'll just buy a new charger. And then I get back to my dorm, and guess what's sitting on my desk?